We got tons of One Punch Man news and updates today as Volume 33 was released with an incredible amount of bonus art. You guys gotta take a look at this. Murata is out of this world with the detail. We also got a bonus chapter with Drive Knight, who's quickly becoming one of my favorite characters in the series. And we got a brand new webcomic chapter, which brought back all sorts of the S-rank heroes, including Darkshine, making his valiant return. Moomin Rider, Fubuki, Amai Mask, Suryu, and Axel. Further, we got two new visuals for the One Punch Man Season 3 anime. We got the Monster King Orochi and Giro Giro. So take a look at this. Orochi is red colored. What do you guys think about that? Leave it in the comments down below. First, let's take a look at Murata's art, and then let's jump into the Drive Knight chapter before getting into the webcomic chapter. Tons to cover today. But first, a reminder that a few days ago, I released a fan film of Saitama vs. God, which you can now watch on my YouTube channel. It was just something fun I wanted to do for the community, and a lot of people really enjoy it, so I hope you'll take a look. One Punch Man is stuck in a time loop with redraws of the ninja arc and lack of anime, but Mastar feels your pain. We all need more Saitama. That's why he's pledging to make these fan films and fan mangas for you guys. We opened a Patreon so he can keep creating these incredible videos for you. We only need 1,000 patrons to sign up to continue, and when you do, you'll get an entire suite of fan films to download in the highest 4K quality, as well as full access to Mastar's original series Demon Rush, which just released the 4th volume. Mastar also hires and works with over 50 talented artists from all around the world, so by subscribing to his Patreon, you're indirectly helping artists, including the illustrator of Demon Rush, Pedro Perez, who drew some insanely gorgeous double-page spreads for episode 2 of One Punch Man vs. God. So, if you want to see what happens next, sign up for the Mastar Media Patreon today. Link in the description. One of the best new pictures we got here is a brand new double-page spread of Saitama vs. God Garo. If you guys remember that little animated GIF that Murata put into a chapter, it seems like he wanted to embellish on that scene a little more, and he just gave us this astounding detail. I love seeing the shadow of Garo like in the clouds. Absolutely crazy. I mean, you can see all the little people on the rocks like watching this insane battle go on in the sky. Just so good, so good. Okay, let's jump into this Drive Knight chapter, Whispers of the Night, and he comes in against a whole bunch of monsters. They have all these like funny names for him here. The elusive Knight of Mystery, the Knight who makes a late entrance, the Knight who hunts down the weak, the secretive Knight of the Shadows, Transforming Tactics, Engage, Shining Silver. Since registering to the hero roster 2.5 years ago, he has a flawless victory rate of 100%. However, the image he projects is less about fighting and more about extermination. He got heavily criticized by this reporter who said that he only fights monsters who are weaker than him, to which Drive Knight dismisses it and says, whatever, this is just the way I fight. So they're doing this like journalism story on him. They're saying his fan service is non-existent. He never once signed autographs. And essentially he gets heavily criticized because whenever reporters come to try and film him fighting, there's some sort of electrical like pulse that it just like ruins all their electrical equipment. So that's pretty interesting. Like if this guy's the Mad Cyborg, I mean, that means he could maybe like just shut down Genos if they were ever battling. But the way this feels, it seems like he's a pretty good guy, actually. Like, it really doesn't feel like he is the Mad Cyborg from this chapter, and I'm wondering if that's why One and Murata like gave us this little side story. So it says after extensive negotiation, they finally got the permission to film him fighting, but before they could ever get there, the monster was like always destroyed. But then he tends to the injured and he left with a cool detachment, and when asked why, he says, I'm not comfortable being thanked for what should be expected. And they keep calling him a human, or a man, but he's, I mean, he looks like full robot to me. But just by the fact that you can see this like little bird is landing on his hand, he seems like he's actually pretty peaceful. Like, that doesn't seem something like a crazy Mad Cyborg would do, and it doesn't seem like animals would like him, right? Even as a cat here, the compassionate knight rescuing stray cats, the gallant knight helping the elderly with their burdens. I think this is One Murata telling us he's not the Mad Cyborg. Like, I think that's the entire purpose of this. But Sitch seems to think that this story on him is fake. He's like, did you really get permission for such close coverage? So maybe he is the Mad Cyborg and he let this story be done on him for misdirection, so people think he's a good guy when he's actually, you know, a super evil killing machine. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, but I don't think he's the Mad Cyborg, guys. Okay, and then we got a massive webcomic chapter here. We continue with the Mad Cyborg arc, this army of robots invading all the cities, and pretty much all the heroes and the Neo heroes are running through, just destroying these robots. They're pretty strong, but the heroes seem to be taking them out not too bad. And here we have Suryu, who is in his new robot suit. So as we know, the Neo heroes are wearing these kind of super suits that amplify their power like crazy. And Suryu was already like super strong, but these super suits can take over your body and turn you like into a complete drone. And so we learned that the Neo heroes, and especially the androids or cyborgs, are seemingly pretty evil. It seems like they have some sort of hidden motive, and they may potentially be allies of the Mad Cyborg himself. And so a lot of these Neo heroes who are wearing these battle suits start to turn on the regular heroes. Suryu even asking, like, what are you guys doing? As they attack some of the weaker C-rank heroes and such. Suryu is just like blocking attacks while the poor C-rank guys just going flying behind him. It's hilarious. So I think Suryu is out looking for his sister Suiko, and Suryu here destroys his own battle suit, or at least he tries to. He starts like trying to punch the armor off of himself. It seems like he's not able to really just like take it off or something, but it doesn't work. And as he hits it, something happens. It looks like he's being taken over right now, and Suryu is going to become evil. So he's not only getting, he's super strong, probably A or S rank level strength in his martial arts and everything. He's fought Saitama, so he knows what true strength is. We saw what that did to Flashy Flash and Sonic, and now he's got a battle suit which amplifies your power like crazy, so much so that Moomin Rider with a battle suit became obscenely strong, and he's actually going to come in here in this episode. Here we have Webby Gaza, the kind of fairy S-rank hero. She seems like she's struggling. She's taking out lots of robots, and she's a cyborg. She's like, there was a whole chapter on how much of a robot she is. She's extremely robotic, and I guess like the more percentage of a robot you are, the stronger you are. That's kind of what we learned from these Neo heroes. And she's starting to overheat from all of the combat, saying she's unable to control herself, and she creates this like giant explosion. She's burning up. Someone please give her water or something. And it seems like she's going crazy right now. Like her eyes changed, and I think a lot of these very powerful heroes, and Neo heroes anyway, are turning evil. And that's what this like Mad Cyborg arc is gonna be. So it seems like we're gonna have some big war. Suryu's turning evil, Webby Gaza's turning evil. A lot of them are. All these bystanders come by to like check on her, and she's like, get away from me. I guess she can't control it. And then she gets punched in the face, and her eye comes out. And she's like, don't worry, it's okay, this is special makeup. And now she's like completely surrounded by a bunch of Neo heroes wearing battle suits. And it looks like she's getting decimated. So the suits have taken over their bodies. They're being forced to move. It's hard to neutralize them without harming them. The battle suit's weak spot is integrated in a circuit near the upper back. It's pretty strong, but I figured out how to expose it. First, exploit the fragility of the articulated parts over the shoulder, make a crack from the flank to the waist area, peel the outer shell off the drainage system in the buttocks. And here we have a My Mask who has come to protect Webby Gaza, and he's in his full monster form. So he's made his return. I thought maybe he was going to retire or something because he was exposed fighting a monster. He went full monster, and everybody saw it, and then Saitama came and rescued him. And we weren't really sure what was going to happen to him, My Mask, but it looks like he's kind of just embracing his monster form now. So now we go over to Axel, and he's getting chased down by a bunch of heroes, evil, I guess, Neo heroes who have been taken over by their battle suits. Interestingly, he's wearing a battle suit himself, and he's really struggling here. Like, you have to understand like how powerful these battle suits make you. If you just saw how strong Moomin Rider got with his uppercut in an earlier chapter. So now he's surrounded, and they all have spears, and they're all trying to kill him. And he's freaking out, like he literally thinks he's gonna die. But that's when Tank Top Mastar jumps in and saves him, even taking a bunch of spears into his body. And there's blood and stuff, so it doesn't really seem to hurt him too much. But he protects Axel and saves him, and he's like, yo, run, get out of here, I got this. Thanks to you guys, we were able to evacuate the citizens to the shelters more efficiently. And he's just telling Axel, just run away and prepare for next time. So Axel runs to the Hero Association. So he was a Neo hero, But now it looks like the Neo Hero organization is falling apart because they've essentially turned evil, and so any of the good guys that were Neo Heroes, I guess, are going to go over to the Hero Association. But now we go back to the Neo Heroes where we have Darkshine, who at this point is retired and he's just been training the other heroes as a sensei. Now they tried to get Darkshine to wear a battle suit so they could take him over, and when he put it on, his muscles just rejected it completely and broke it off. And Darkshine saying it was unhealthy stimulus and my muscular instinct rejected it. If that's the case, are the people wearing these actually safe? My muscles have never lied to me before. I guess I'll just let these muscle spasms take over and go for a walk outside. And so he's going to go outside, he's going to be seeing all the battles and explosions going on and everything, and I'm so happy to have Darkshine back. I mean, he kind of reminds me of Saitama. Like, he's just kind of got this invincible body. He seems to like one-shot everything with his fists. In a way, he kind of is like a different version of Saitama, in my opinion, but obviously not fully. I mean, he kind of got wrecked by Garo, but like he didn't really get hurt by Garo. It was just his ego that got shattered. But look at this. Even they're shooting laser beams at him, and he's literally just deflecting the robot laser beams with his biceps. Like, I mean, is that not Saitama level, bro? He's also bald, you know? He trained so hard he lost all his hair, just like Saitama. So maybe there's something to that. Bald character's OP. And so Darkshine rescues a guy, and he's like, dude, you're my inspiration. Like, I'm not afraid anymore. You know, thank you so much for coming to help me. And I think this is hopefully like the beginning of Darkshine's return. It seems like he's going to get his emotional stability back and become an S-rank hero for the actual Hero Association again, which is awesome. I really like that he's coming back when they needed him the most, you know? Definitely one of my favorite S-rank heroes. He's saying, guess the break paid off, you're looking great. He's still muscular and shiny as ever. It seems that he has healed from the damage from Vomited for Her Ugly. If you don't remember, the guy like puked on his hands and like melted his hands down to the bone and stuff. So it looks like he's all better now. And so now he gets approached by his students who are all wearing these battle suits and have all gone crazy. So he's like, I'm gonna stop the power of those suits with force. And heck yeah, brother. So happy to have Darkshine back, wrecking face again. And then we go over to Fubuki, who's in here briefly, and we see that Fubuki has been upgraded to A rank 5. That's a pretty big jump. She was B rank number 1, and now she's almost A rank number 1. So she has powered up quite a bit. Nice to see her finally get some recognition, and nice to see her growing in strength as well. And Psychos is here as well. Seems like she's become a good guy, which is pretty interesting. Like she's been converted, you know, and she's now homies with the other psychic sisters, and she's part of the crew, I guess. And here we see Axel, who was on his way to the Hero Association, but he has been taken over by the robot suit, and unfortunately he wasn't able to take off his robot suit in time or get to the Hero Association, and he's gone evil. And so now he's going to attack, and he's pretty strong, but he goes into attack Psychos, and Moomin Rider jumps in with the Justice Crash, and he is wearing a suit as well. Take a look at how beefy he is. Battlesuit wearers are going berserk one after another. I want you guys to handle the large number of robots. But Moomin Rider says it seems like his customized battlesuit is not vulnerable to this kind of like hacking. So I think Moomin Rider will be okay, and he's not going to go evil actually. He's just going to be super strong with his battlesuit, and he's going to be great. So we're going to see Moomin Rider and Darkshine and Fubuki and everybody wreak havoc in the next chapter probably. So lots of good stuff here for One Punch Man. Keep your chins up, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you soon for some more OPM.